South Korea faced a horrifying natural disaster in March 2025. Wildfires erupted across the nation. The fires raged for 10 days from March 21st to 31st. Over 20 separate fires ignited, engulfing multiple regions. Sancheong County, Uiseong County, and Yeongdeok County were hit particularly hard. The scale of the disaster was unprecedented. It became the worst wildfire disaster in South Korea's history. The fires spread rapidly, fueled by dry conditions and strong winds. Thousands of people were forced to flee their homes. Over 37,000 residents were evacuated. The fires consumed everything in their path, leaving a trail of devastation. The flames scorched over 48,000 hectares of land. This area is larger than many cities. The fires left behind a scene of unimaginable destruction. Approximately 5,000 buildings were reduced to ashes. Homes, factories, and precious cultural landmarks were lost. The human cost was also significant. 32 people lost their lives, including brave firefighters and emergency personnel. Another 45 people suffered injuries. The 2025 wildfires were a harsh reminder of the growing threat of climate change. Unusually dry weather created a tinderbox-like environment. Fierce winds exacerbated by climate change whipped the flames into a frenzy. These winds caused the fires to spread with terrifying speed. 2024 was the hottest year on record, both in South Korea and globally. This heat wave continued into 2025. Temperatures during the fires were significantly higher than average, reaching 4.5 to 10 degrees Celsius above normal. The Climate Shift Index, or CSI, reached alarming levels, indicating that climate change made the extreme heat 5 times more likely. While climate change played a significant role, human actions also contributed to the disaster. Traditional grave cleaning rituals involving the burning of dry vegetation sparked some of the fires. One such incident, started by a 56-year-old man in Uiseong County, ignited one of the most destructive blazes. Amidst the chaos and destruction, stories of incredible bravery emerged. One such story is that of Sugianto, a 31-year-old Indonesian fisherman who had been living in South Korea for 8 years. On March 25, as fires raged in Yeongdeok County, Sugianto sprang into action. With the help of Myung-sin, a leader in the local fishing community, Sugianto noticed elderly residents trapped by the approaching flames. They knew they had to act quickly. Without hesitation, they rushed towards the danger, evacuating the elderly residents from their homes. Sugianto and Myung-sin carried the frightened villagers over 300 meters to the safety of a seawall. Their heroic actions saved lives. Sugianto's story quickly went viral, capturing the hearts of people in South Korea and beyond. In recognition of his bravery, the government is considering granting him a long-term residency visa. In the wake of the disaster, the South Korean government launched massive recovery operations. Emergency crews and the military worked tirelessly to extinguish the remaining flames and provide aid to those affected. However, the government faced criticism for inadequate support and conflicting information provided to evacuees. Acting President Han Duck-soo acknowledged the unprecedented nature of the disaster. He vowed to strengthen the country's wildfire prevention and preparedness strategies. This includes investing in better equipment, such as transport aircraft and night-flying helicopters, which were sorely lacking during the crisis. The 2025 wildfires served as a stark wake-up call for South Korea. The disaster highlighted the urgent need for action to address climate change and improve the country's disaster preparedness. As the nation begins the long process of rebuilding, the memory of the March 2025 wildfires will serve as a reminder of the importance of protecting both the environment and human life. Please like, comment, and subscribe for more updates.